Hello, welcome to my channel, The Hebrew Bible. This is Moses Gumadi, and in this video we'll talk about the way of the Lord. Derekh Adonai. Derekh Adonai is mentioned in a few places in the Bible, and one of the very famous places is in Isaiah chapter 40 verse 3 because it is quoted in the New Testament. Let's read this. Kol kore bamidbar panu Derekh Adonai. Yasheru ba'arava, mesilla le'elohenu. A voice of him that cries in the wilderness. Kol is a voice that cries or calls upon. Kore ba'midbar. Midbar is the wilderness. Prepare ye the way of the Lord, way of Adonai, YHWH. Derekh Adonai. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. This Arava is the desert. Well, it's a wilderness sort of a place. Well, actually, towards the east of the river Jordan. Derekh is the way. The word for Derekh, the word for way is Derekh in Hebrew. Dalet Resh Chaf Sofit. Derekh. Okay. Now, of course, we know the name of the Lord, YHWH. Most of the times we have the vowels shwa and kamatz. Cholam is missing most of the times, but some places, I think around 52 times it is present. So it is the name of the Lord. Now the two words occur together. Derekh Adonai means way of the Lord. Where is this word of coming from? Well, it's because this first word, derech, this noun, is in what is known as in the construct state. So in Hebrew, when two nouns occur one after the other, sometimes you'll find this first word, noun, in the construct state. For example, Torah and say Moshe, Torat Moshe or Torat Adonai. So Torat is basically the law of or the instruction of. So the word of comes from that. But for Derekh, in the construct, there is no change. Therefore, sometimes we may not be able to distinguish that. But I think that's for another lesson. Derekh Adonai is the way of the Lord. Now, the first occurrence of the Derekh Adonai, or the way of the Lord, is in Genesis chapter 18. The way of the Lord is a manner of life which Abraham lived, which the Lord expected all of their descendants to live. And in fact, I think the general mankind, whoever are the devotees of Adonai, YHWH, he expects them to live according to his way, which is Derekh Adonai. So what is it? So God tells Abraham, he speaks to him in Genesis 18, we read, Ki yadati lema'an asher yatzaveh et banav ve et beto acharav veshameru derech Adonai le'asot tzedakah u'mishpat lema'an havi Adonai al Abraham et asher diber alav. Right. What does this mean? It means, well, let's read the translation. For I know him that he will command his children. Yeda'ati. That's the way we look at that verse. He will command his children and the household after him. The children are sons. Banav, Beto, that is his house. That they shall keep the way of the Lord. They'll Veshameru. So they'll keep Derech Adonai. And to do what? La'asot, in order to perform tzedakah, righteousness or justice, umishpat, and judgment. So, several words here. Yada'ati. This is a glottal stop here with ayin. So, I know him. Ki is for. So, the word here is Yodalef, ayin, tav, wow, right? It means I know him. So I know whom, Abraham. So this him bit is this last letter vav. It's a pronominal suffix. It's a third person masculine pronominal suffix. And when you get rid of it, what you have rest of it is basically a verb form in the first person. I know. Yada'ati. Yada'ati means I know. Now, it comes from the root yada. Yada means to know. Or in the kal, you can say he knew. So that's the root. Without, of course, the vowels, you can say it is to know. Or some people will say, put a lamed here and say la yada. So that is to know. But in the kal, we'll talk about that. Kal is Q-A-L. Kal, Nifal, P-A-L, Pual. And we talked about it in some of the few other videos. But we've not really done a proper video on the verbs. But in any case, this is the root. If you go further in this verse, we see YHWH. YHWH means he will command. Yod, Sadik, or Sadeh. Some people call this letter Sadik. Of course, it is not a Sadik, but some Jews call this Sadik. Yod, Sadeh, Vav, He, with a dagesh in here, YHWH. It means he will command. It's in the Yiktol. What does it mean? What is the root? The root is Tsawa, is to command. Okay, that's the root. To command. What? Abraham would command his children, Banao ve'eth beito, and his household. To do what? Veshameru, to keep, to keep, and they will keep. He commands, and then they will keep. Shameru comes from the root shamar, to keep. To keep what? Well, to keep shameru Derekh Adonai, to keep and they will keep the way of the Lord. How? What do they do in keeping his way? La'asot tzedakah umishpat. La'asot means to perform or to do. Yeah, so this is in the construct, asot. And it is in an infinitive. So the way you could maybe strictly translate it as like for, doing of. Well, it doesn't, it's not good English, but that's the meaning, strictly speaking. Asa is the root, means to do or to perform or to work. The Lord always does something. 7 days, 6 days thou shalt work, and on the 7th day you rest. So 6 days you should work. That is, you do this asa, this verb is always do something. So that means that there is something to do. And what is there to do? La'asot sadaqah, righteousness, the right thing, do the right thing, rightfully. So do the right thing rightfully, righteousness. I'm just trying to magnify, improve. It's not the improve the meaning. That's what it is. So if one is not doing what he's supposed to do, then it's not right, is it? So righteousness. And tzedakah nowadays is also used for charity. When there is a charity box, on the charity box, they put a sticker, with these letters, tzedakah, which means charity. So tzedakah means actually justice or righteousness or doing the right thing or righteous acts. You can give all those meanings. And tzedakah umishpat. Mishpat means, it comes from the root shafat. Mishpat is judgment. Rightly judging good versus evil, especially when it comes to people and people relationships. So basically it boils down to looking after the poor and looking after the orphans and the widows and loving thy neighbor as thyself, etc. So all those good moral principles that are there in the Torah come under this one, mishpat. And also, of course, it also includes punishing the wicked. Of course, it does, because when the wicked does, he must be punished. That's inclusive within it. But primarily, it is about doing the right thing and justice and judgment. That's the way of the Lord. Ma'oz lathom derech Adonai umchitha lev po'ale aven. Pa'al. Pa'al means to do. Again, it's similar to asa, slightly to works actually. These are le po'ale. They are workers of aven, which is iniquity or sin. Yeah, iniquity. Derekh Adonai is what? It is a strength. Ma'oz. Again, ma'oz comes from the root od, which means strength. There are other verses in Psalms we read Adonai odz lano, means the Lord is our strength. So ma'oz is the way of the Lord is a strength. To follow the way of the Lord is strength to the upright. The word upright is latom, to the upright. Tom is tamam, is the root. It means to those who are complete or to those who are perfect. Okay, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe and click the bell icon, and please do comment. And I will see you again in the next video. Thank you very much.